Is that? Right. Thank you, everybody. Yes, I'm Will, Head of PPC at Connected3. I'm going to talk about how we can use automated bidding to drive value in Google Ads, but it's not just about driving value, it's about making sure that what you're doing is correct for the goal that you're wanting to achieve as a company. Connected3, we manage clients that spend £2,000 a month up to £300,000 a month. But what we do is we make sure that we are following simple ways to make sure we get the best value for what they want to do. So, what is automated bidding? Essentially, automation is taking something manual and making it automatic. So it's taking something that could be done by computers and making it automated by machine learning and things like that. Google's great at this. Google knows so much about you that they can essentially take all these different processes and put it into an automated way. But the easiest way to explain it is by the manual way. So previously, we used to be able to do everything manually. Like 4 years ago, you'd go in and you change things based on somebody's location. If you are within a certain mile of a showroom, you'd be like, oh, let's bid extra for this person. Are they on a certain time of day, or someone might be browsing around lunchtime? We're going to bid extra on this person. But there's so many different things now that get taken into the whole buying process. Have you been on previous websites before? Have you been on a different app? Have you visited somebody at a different location? Have you on a different software or things like that? What machine learning does now, it takes all these different buying signals in and puts them into the big algorithms and makes sure that you're being bidded at for the right person at the right time. I'm sure everybody here who's got paid advertising or things like that has Googled themselves and been like, oh, why is my ad not showing? I get this every single day from our clients. I'm not here, why am I not here? Well, you're more likely not the right person to be shown that ad to. You are at that location, you're in the showroom, you've been on the website 50 million times and you've never converted. Google's not going to show your ad for you because you're not going to convert. Google will show the ad for that perfect person at the right time. So why should you use it? This is a Google stat. When it works amazing. 20% increase in sales when compared to manual bidding. So use it if you can. However, if not controlled correctly, Google's goal is to spend money. I was on a seminar today from Google. The first two things that they said in this seminar for Q4 planning was, make sure you've got lots of money. But you want to make sure that your money is being used in the correct way. So how do we do that? How do we control it? We steer it in the correct direction. It's not all about spending money and things like that. It's making sure that you are telling Google what you want it to do, giving it a value. So here are some 4 steps to make sure that we are getting the most from the automated bidding. First one, choose your goal. All businesses have got different goals. It might be that you are a home developer, so you are looking at phone calls. Is someone just interested in looking for a brochure? They're more than likely just speculative. They're looking, I might buy a house. Someone that has downloaded the brochure and done a phone call, visited the site, things like that, they're further down the buying cycle, so they're more valuable to you. Is it that you are e-commerce? E-commerce is quite easy. You've got revenue there, you've got a purchase, you've got a product that you are trying to sell. It could be that you're in sales and a phone call or a form fill or someone sending you an email. You've got to think as your business or your client, what is the key goals that you are wanting to track, essentially. But then what you've got to do is assign a value. You'd be surprised at the amount of times we get accounts or talk to clients and they go, oh, everything's the same, it's all right. I just want them all. No, everything's not the same. A £50 pair of headphones compared to a £600, £4,000 laptop is completely different. Your margins, if you are e-commerce, is different. You want to be changing your strategy, changing what you are telling Google and all the other automated biddings, what you want to push. This can be true for sales. I used to work in sales a long time ago, and I remember that a phone call, if someone picked up the phone and rang us, that's a warm lead. People downloading blog articles and things like that, they're not really that valuable. They're more speculative. So we need to assign a value, even if it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're saying 4 is the highest value because it's then going to push through to your ads. I'm getting more technical here, and you can see that these ads are more valuable because more people that have seen these ads are then reflected in being a call or something like that. That's more important. Let's think of, again, the showroom. Well, if we can figure out how much a house average price is and how many people that have been to the showroom have then purchased a house, we kind of work that back and be like, well, one in a few people, 5 people then buy a house, then the house prices are X, and then we can say, well, this someone coming to the showroom is actually worth about £20,000 to us. Let's give it that value. Let's tell Google what that value is. But then you've got to choose which automated bidding, bid strategy, smart bidding works for you. There's 3 different ways. The first one isn't really about assigning values, it's about if you want to increase your traffic. One bid strategy is called target impression share. That's where you want to just be seen as much as possible. You want as much traffic as possible. What works well for this is brand. If you've got your brand and you want to protect your brand as much as possible, you want to be seen. If someone searches for your brand on Google, you've got your competitors bidding against you and trying to take away your customers, you want to make sure that you're there, you're number one. We have a big problem with one of our clients that is super competitive, and the competitors will constantly bid extra, try and be more aggressive on our terms. But having the automated bidding and telling it that what we want it to do allows it to respond to them. So we're not having to go in and check every day and say, oh, so-and-so is bidding more. We've dropped down. Phone call from the client, why are we not number one? Why are we not being there? These people are taking our money. Using the automation allows Google to respond. Google knows what's happening. So having it there to respond to your traffic goal is essential. Increase sales. This one's nice and simple. It's if you've got a cost per lead, if you've got a CPA that you want to hit, you can tell Google what that is. Say you've got £20 and you want to hit that £20. You tell Google, I want these leads, I've got 1 lead and I want to hit it and it's £20. Fine, tell it. But you've got to make sure that you're giving it the right lead. If you've got 4 different sales price cycles, say you've got an approval rate, so someone fills out a form, it then goes to approval, then goes to another approval. You don't want to be bidding on this first one because it might be that you've got like 80% of the people aren't approved. So if you then tell Google, I don't want this first one, I want the one further down the line, I want that one, tell it. We've done that with a car loan company previously, and sales went up 36%. We were getting more relevant sales. Before it was, oh, we just want leads. No, you want to know what leads it is that you need, what you want to get. It's the most valuable ones to you. Tell Google what it is that you want and which one is the most valuable. Maximize revenue is a simple one. It's you want to be able to get the most amount of money from what you are putting into Google. This could be just maximize conversion value. I've got X amount of money, I want as much money as I can get from that. Google will do that, easy. But smart ways on what we're doing with it is assigning values to different multiple conversion actions. So we've got one client who's got 5 different touch points within the buying cycle. We worked out what the end value is, reverted back and seen how many of, say, an appointment type turns out to be an actual sale, given it this value, put that into Google and said, right, we've got a rough 1000% return on ad spend that we want it to achieve, and it's done it. We've tested it. We've tested it against the impression share, the sales, the manual, everything, and every single time that we revert back to a test, giving it the revenue target, even though there's not a purchase, it's not like you're going in and buying a phone. It's the buy cycle is like 3 months, but because we've worked out what actually reverts to an actual sale, it's much more valuable. The final point, testing. Not everything works. Like I said, we've been testing multiple different things. We've tested different bid strategy, different creative even. It's not just about having the best bid strategy and that's going to work. No, you need to be about your messaging. What messaging are you giving across to that person? As well as the bid strategy, the different calls to actions, landing pages, everything. You need to be testing stuff all the time. We talk about it a lot at C3 about testing different things. The one that I like to talk to clients a lot is Google. I think Google tested once 48 different shades of the blue that you see in the search results, and 1 shade of blue actually came up with the best revenue out of them all. So if Google can test 48 different shades of blue, you can test different calls to actions, different landing pages. We've just done a big test on the impression share stuff, and that's come out and the CPA's tripled. CPA tripled because we thought that we need to be seen for as much as possible. But actually Google knows that you don't need to be seen for everybody all the time. You need to be seen for that right person at the right time when they're wanting to make that purchase. And switched off straight away, but you've got to test these things. There's so many new things coming out all the time that everything needs to be tested off. So just to finish off, make sure that you know what it is that you want to do with your Google Ads. Are you wanting to track phone calls, e-commerce, emails, things like that? Assign a value, not everything's equal. Make sure that you are giving something of value, even if it's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've got an end value, work back from that and go with there. Choose which one works for you. Not everyone's got the same goal. Not everyone's looking to maximize their revenue. Some people are looking for as many leads as possible. Some people are wanting to protect their brand. Some people are just wanting as much clicks as possible for the money that they've got to build their awareness and get their name out there. Finally, testing. You just need to test as much as possible. It's not hard. It's just a difference in wording, testing someone to the home page, to the form page, different things like that. It's not technically about bidding, but it's all powers the whole automated bidding process. That's it. Thank you very much.